Well, hello everybody. It is Brian Clark here, and today I am going to be recording how I do my monthly newsletter. And you guys are going to get an inside peek at just how easy it really is. It's going to take a little time when you first set it up, but once you kind of set up the core, all the updating from then on out is going to be much easier to do, and it's just a matter. It'll take you about a half hour to 45 minutes maybe to update it. When you first set it up, it's going to take you about half a day. So set aside some time to tackle this project. Once you do, you'll be super happy that it's done and be able to kind of stay in contact with your sphere and your database on a regular basis with a monthly newsletter update. Now, what you all see here is going to be a template. This is Mailchimp. If you have not done Mailchimp yet, go to www.mailchimp.com and sign up for a free account. The account is free. It's not until you have many subscribers before they'll start charging you. And the reason why I want you to Mailchimp and use that, because James has provided a link for a template that he used. That this is how I created mine. I will show you briefly real quick what his looks like, and then we'll look at mine, and I'll show you just what I did to kind of update it. You can make it custom to however you like it, but keep in mind, keeping it simple makes life a lot easier. So you want to make sure that you don't overcomplicate stuff so that you get it done, because once you start making things super complicated, it starts to get frustrating, and then you'll end up wanting to not do it. So down here below, this is the template James has shared with all of us in order for us to update and make our own community kind of market report. So as you can see, I'm going to show you his because the link that we'll share is going to be a link to his. This will automatically upload into your template, and all you have to do is go in and update the information. So it already looks super fancy, and you can just update, change out your photo, change out some of the things. I'm going to show you how I did that. We use Canva for a lot of that, and you're going to have a fantastic looking community email. Okay, so we just go in there and you can see all the stuff that's here. Now, keep in mind, all this is editable, so if you want it to look a little different, you certainly can do that. You don't have to keep it exactly like his, but it's always great to just sort of take upon what's already given to you and edit it. And I'm going to show you how mine differs and how I kept some things and I got rid of some things. So let's go back to mine. We go to here's my marketplace, my general market report. So as you can see, I kept all this stuff. I kept this. I just changed it around. He was specifically going after Wakaiva and the Lake Mary area of sorts, like a certain neighborhood. I'm making mine more general for my database, and I made this newsletter in Canva, which I'll show you here in a second. But what's really nice is, in order to edit these fields, all you have to do is click it, and then it's going to bring up this window here. And all these things are editable. This is an image, and it's I created it in Canva and edited it in there. So let me show you real quickly where I went to do that. So this is Canva. For those of you who have played around in here, this is a fantastic source that is free as well, that allow you to jazz up some of your stuff. And what you want to do once you get into Canva, create an account. You can come into Canva, and you're going to see templates for email headers. All you do is click the email headers, and this is exactly what I did. Scroll through the headers and get some ideas. Find one that you won't have to change too much. For instance, like this one here, Life in Africa. It has nothing to do with real estate. You can actually search real estate and see if they have any real estate headers. But you know, these are kind of corny. I didn't like them. So what I did is I just went after a different one and edit. But look, for instance, Life in Africa. And I'm not going to make this a Canva training, but I just want to show you how easy this is. So these images are here. Okay, what you do is you take these things and use them for spacing. Okay, so they have a giraffe here, and they have this, and it says life in Africa. Well, if I wanted to make this about real estate, all I have to do is find some photos that I could throw in there instead, and make it more real estate oriented. And I'm just gonna find, a photo to throw in there just so you guys see. So there's a picture of my dog, and I drag it over, and look, it auto populates to it. And then let's see, I'm gonna do a funny one of James and I doing a photo shoot. Boop, auto populates. I change this out. Your real estate. Your about this monthly real estate update by Bryan Clark. And that's it. And you're done. You don't have to make this super complicated. And the reason why you use those templates is so you literally saw me do this in 2 seconds. Now, all you have to do is find a photo that you like, upload it, and then drag it over and make it snap into that spot. So if you actually wanted to use a house instead of that, you can, use the houses to make it look a little more official, have two nice little photos. You can go, if you're brand new and you don't have any, go find some photos of some of the real estate listings that we have that have a really nice, master bedroom, or and you can just make it custom to how you like it. It just makes this process super simple. And there's a lot of trainings on Canva. I'll do something a little different later for that. But just wanted to give you an idea. That's how I made my cool little newsletter here. I took a template that was already there. I did do this. I did pay someone to make a signature logo for me. So that's something that I did. But you don't have to be, that fancy. You can just kind of type stuff out. I've been using Canva for a long time, so I have some tricks up my sleeve. But yeah, essentially, you make your header, and then you just replace and swap out the image and put in the new image that you did. That's it. Then here, where the words are, Central Florida, August 2020, all you do is click in here and change the month. I had already updated this because I did this live, but at the very end of my training, and I was recording it to share with you all, my computer crashed. So I've like kind of semi-edited half of this. But all you do is if you want to do a certain area specifically, or I just do Central Florida, August 2020, and then real estate report. So all these sections are all editable, so you can change them. Now here is a video. Every month you should be doing a video, a Central Florida market update. So when I click over the picture, and it's the same when you click over James's, it's going to have his video here, but you want to upload a video to YouTube yourself. I will do sort of a YouTube training later where I show you just kind of how to briefly upload a video. I'll record one, I'll upload it, and I'll share it with you so that you can see. But it's very, very, very simple. You just do a quick video recording of the monthly market update. Now, some of you are probably thinking, well, Bryan, I don't know what to say. Well, I got a solution for that. If you go to Aura, the OrlandoRealtors.org, and you go to housing or resources, so under here, resources, market resources, you don't even have to log in. This is out at the public level, so it's pretty nice. If you click the video, here is the August 2020 market update for Central Florida. All you have to do is just copy what they say here. Watch it. There's a summary information that you can use, and then you just put your phone in front of yourself and hit record and kind of regurgitate what's going on in this video here and load it to YouTube, and then share it with your Sphere database that you got there. Now, if it's a little too general or vague for you, that's okay. Another source, there's a dual part that you can use, kind of a dual source. The infographic right here, that is, once again, you see this little, it's under resources. If you want to go up to the top here, market resources, and then it'll take you to this page we're on now. That's where the video is, but there's also an infographic. Okay, downloadable graphic that you can use to just read off of for your videos, and download this cool little graphic and put it in your newsletter. if you just don't know what to put in there. At least to have some data for your folks that are interested in learning more about the real estate market, because here's all the information you really need to know. Very cool. So the Orlando housing market, we can see single family homes, the median sales are going up, median prices is going up, the sales are going up. Condos are going up in price, sales are going down though. Townhome and villas, median price going up, sales are down though. Pending sales are up, so that means there's more and more people going under contract. New listings is going up. So, you know, there's a two-part thing when you're building this newsletter. Part of it is educating your clients, staying in contact with them, staying in connection with them. But as you're doing this, you're educating yourself on the real estate market in general, which is a very powerful tool. So for those times that you don't really know what's going on in the market, and when people ask you, hey, Bryan, how's the market going? The real estate market still going good? Because they've seen a lot of commercials and stuff like that saying, oh, the market's crashing, when that's not the case at all. Those are just people trying to scare some folks. Now, are we going to have a leveling at some point in time? Yes, that's inevitable. But is it going to crash? No, not like 2008. So this way you can kind of stay in contact with the information and see. And if you want to do a video, all you do is have this graphic up and you have your camera up and you just read the statistics. Hey everybody, it's Bryan Clark, your Central Florida realtor, coming at you with some Orlando housing market snapshot today. The overall median price went up to 10% this month versus last year, and it's up to $275,000. Can you guys believe that? Overall sales are still up 4%. A lot of folks out there saying the market's going down when, the numbers are not saying that at all. So definitely check your sources when you hear folks telling you that stuff. And then you just go down and read the information if that's what you want to do. You want to keep your video about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, and move on from there. So if you want to save this graphic, it's very easy. You right click, hit save as, and then save it in a folder where you will be able to find it. Okay, so that's a nice little infographic that is on orlandorealtors.com under resources, market resources. The infographic and the video are under that tab, so you'll be able to see all that good stuff. Okay, so we go back to our template here. Well, let's say so now we've uploaded our video. I copied my YouTube link. Let me actually zip this over here real quick so I can show you all just sort of what that looks like. If I go to my YouTube, and I'll copy another one just so you guys can see, because I'm not done recording my video for this month yet, so I'm just going to grab one of my other ones just so you can see how it changes on my channel. Alright, so you can see all the ones that I've done in the past. So I'm just going to grab this one. No, that's the same one. I'll grab this one so you can see it change. So once you've uploaded it, it's going to automatically start playing, so just hit pause. You go to thanks. You go to share, and what it's going to do is, this is the link. You just hit copy, then you go back to your newsletter, and you hit paste, just like so, and see how it automatically changed the video up. Isn't that cool? So, and the reason why my video, if I hit Control Z, go back to the old video, you see how my video has a nice thumbnail and all that stuff? I designed that in Canva. This is kind of next level. You don't necessarily have to do that at the beginning, but if you start wanting your thumbnail to look nice, then once again, we go to our lovely Canva, and let me show you how easy this is to do that. Go to Canva, go to templates, and then you're going to want to find, come on Canva. Sorry guys, Canva has temper tantrum sometimes. You can go under templates and find YouTube thumbnail. So they have YouTube ad, Facebook, Instagram post, YouTube intro. We don't want any of that. Sometimes you can browse by category down here, and I see it peeking through. So right here, YouTube thumbnails. So once again, just like the header for the newsletter, email, go find a YouTube template and just edit it. Make it easy for yourself, because here's something really cool that you could do. So we can say you can change the colors that you want to use, because the company colors. If you want to get fancy, like, oops, no, I don't want to do that. Sorry. You go use this template, and so what it's going to do is it'll open a new window. I just want to show you how easy this is once you kind of learn how this all works. So here's the template, and I want to, let me see if they have, I want to upload one of my graphics. I can put it like a neat house or something there. Let me see if it'll snap. Alright, so this one doesn't have the snapping feature like the other one did. Ooh, it's just floating around by itself. There we go. So there's one or two ways you can do this. Sometimes, you see how behind it doesn't have the snapping grid? That's not bueno. But that's okay. You can stretch the picture out to fit. And then now all the letters and stuff disappeared. Well, that's okay. We'll push it backwards. And boom, there they go, and they pop back up. I don't like the color because it's hard to see. So you can tinker around with that to make it more visible. Change the lettering color. Here's the company color. So, use that at your own discretion. But then, we can kind of move it around to where it'll be a little better visibly, or maybe put it in the, you get what I'm saying. So, like I said, I'll show you more, a video detailed on how to edit in Canva more, and we'll go in depth on how I created these things. But it's very simple to just work off of a template that you can just snap photos into, edit the wording, and call it a day. As you get more experience with it and get further on down the line, and you want to get a little more fancier, then that, by all means, you can spend some time doing it. Because real quickly, once you're in Canva and you've got your free account, if you look under the Learn tab, guys and gals, there's all kinds of tutorials that show you how to use Canva, and it is totally worth watching them. They did not have this when I first started Canva, and we just had to learn kind of by trial and error. Now they have this fantastic library of all kinds of tips and tricks, how to brand, design. They have courses. They have all kinds of fun stuff for free that you guys can watch and learn to do on your own accord. But like I said, I'll do a quick one to show you a few tricks and tips that I've learned while using it. So, now that we've got all our Facebook, our YouTube thumbnail saved, if we go back to the YouTube channel, when you're uploading a video, it will ask you to, let me show you real quick. I'll just upload some blank video so you guys can see. I go to upload video. Okay, select the file. I have all my videos saved in my videos section. So video files. Let's see. I'll just do one of my old tips videos just as an example. Okay, so I dragged it over there, and you'll see it's starting to load. So I can. Alright, so basically what it's going to do is, as it's uploading your video, see, it's already generated that link. You're gonna want to make your title. So make Orlando Market Update August 2020, and update it there, and then just kind of follow the template here. I found this template, and I may share it with you all in an email, where if you put it in the default setting, it'll automatically populate every time, so that way you get good search engine optimization. I know that may be above some heads. Don't worry, it was above mine at one point. But this way it gives you a good idea how to fill out the description real quick. And then down here below is where it says you can select a thumbnail. So YouTube will default to a certain point in your video to have an image there. So there may be a spot in the video where you're making a funny face or something. It may show up in one of these, or you can just use that thumbnail template that you created and upload it here. So you just hit update thumbnail, you click it, and go find wherever you saved it. So I know where mine is, just so I can show you. It is in marketing, newsletter content. It should be under general. And see, here are my Central Florida templates. So each time I update it, because I make a folder for every month, so each month should have a different template, you see. So each month, so for my general folder, I have July, I have June, April, May, and I'm going to be making an August one. So when I update my template in Canva, I'm going to save it in my new folder that I make for August. You just double click here, boom, it pops up here, and that's what's going to be my template. So when I sit here and copy this, if I copy video link like that, and we go back to where Mailchimp is, and you just, it's going to look the same because it's, you know, same template, but I put in that new link. Now it's going to play that new video. Now it's not done loading yet, so this may not render. It'll kind of bog out, but don't worry about it. You guys get the idea. We'll go into further stuff in more detail, but this is where, that's why I can't generate the preview image, because this it's not done loading on YouTube, so it won't do it until it's done loading. So don't worry about that error. So as we go down, so you filmed your little video, loaded up to YouTube, you edited your thumbnail, and it's all situated. Then you copy the link, you paste it here, it's going to update this. So then you're done with that. Now the cool thing is these graphics are in the template James gave you, and this information usually is reflected by another graphic. There is a graphic that Matrix MLS puts out every month, and you'll see it over in your news and alerts. It comes out usually on the 14th of every month, and it is called Stellar Matrix August 2020, and it's this. So, you know, instead of hitting ignore when you get those notifications, check those out, because sometimes they have good stuff in there. And this is a graphic that you can use, download, and save it, and you can also put it in your newsletter if you like it. So I'll show you how to do that as well. So once you click it, it'll take you to this page. You just click it once and it'll go big. Right click, save image as. I've already done so. But all those stats that are in that email, they're coming off of this graphic. So what's the percent of overall sales? Let's click that. So if I click that, you're going to see this side is where you edit things. This side is where you pick the section. So we see the graphic here. We don't ever need to change that picture. That's kind of a cool graphic that shows up and down, so just leave that be. But to change the numbers, you just come here and edit the number. So what's the overall sales change versus last year, or in August? So overall sales, total sales volume. So overall sales has changed or gone down 5%. Excuse me, from the previous month. And so you want to go look at what it says. This number reflects changes in sales when compared to this time last year. Okay, so that might be a little different. So let's look. What is this time versus last year? This time versus last year, we're up 19%. Okay, so maybe this doesn't look great, but look how much higher we are. So all you do to edit the newsletter here, highlight this, plus 19%. Excuse me, guys, I just got over being really ill, so coughing here. All right, so we changed, update that to 19% overall sales compared to this time last year. We click the next section. What does it say? Average sales price compared to this time last year. So let's look at that graphic again. All right, what's average sales price compared to this time last year? We're up 13% over this time last year. Look at the average sales price, guys and gals. $319,146. That is nuts. So all we have to do is go back to the mailer, change that to 13%. Done. Save and close. Then we go average sale price. Mine said July, but I had already changed this during the training, so you would just change the month. And then this says 275 when what is it really? It is 319,146. Wow. I mean, that's amazing. So you would update this, highlight it, 319,146, and then hit save. That's done. See, it's over here. Now, this section right here is, it's a little high level, but you can try it out. If you notice on the, if I hit save and close, all these little icons over here, you can just drag and drop them in there, and it'll allow you to input or make things that you want to make. If you want to show a bunch of images of a house, you can do an image group and just drag it over and drop it. And then it's going to show you, it's going to have two columns side by side, and it'll say, hey, upload an image, and we'll put it in there. So maybe you want to showcase or download some of the homes that we have listed for sale right now. I'm just going to upload random ones so it doesn't take forever. You just hit insert, whoop, there it goes. And then for the right column, it says upload an image. Go find one, and we can, just hit one of these and hit insert. Boom, there it goes. Super easy stuff, right? So you can add that in there. But okay, so this section here, you can change the title up top to, say featured listings, and update different images that you like. You can showcase some of the nice stuff, and all you do is you go into the matrix here. In your main home area, look for where it says My Listings, look for My Firm's Active Listings. You click it. We can pick just a random house here. Let's see, Wekiva Hunt Club. Let's pick that. It's a nice, it's brand new on the market, so that's nice. And all you do is click the first image, right click, save as, and save it in like a folder somewhere, and then you would just upload it and add it to there. And then I would find like something else that was really cool in the house. It's a nice photo. Let me see, maybe a kitchen shot or something like that, but you get the idea. Master bedroom shot. So I'd take that, right click, save image as, and save it in the same folder that you're gonna go pull the photos from, and just go through and steal photos of areas that you think are nice, or images that you think are nice that people would like. This is kind of a nice backyard shot. Maybe I'd do that. And all I would do is in my email template here is I'd load those images up and just have a little brief description. Fantastic Wekiva home, backyard, sprawling backyard with lovely cobblestone back patio, and do little descriptions here, because whoever's in your database, people are going to. Okay, so now we see how we can edit this section and upload photos. So if you do have transactions that you've done and you want to kind of copy how these look, what I recommend you do is make a standard template in Canva for each recently sold, pending, and active, and that way when you go in to update your information, all you're doing is changing out the photo and then editing the information down below. So let me jump over to Canva real quick, and I'll show you how mine is set up here. So if you take a look, all these are all already in my Canva. So you see my recently sold, my pending, each and every one of those is already there, and all I have to do is kind of jump right in and swap out the photo. So if I have a new sold property that I just sold recently, I would just go in here, and the bar is already there, and I would click the picture and erase it. I would just say delete image, not the grid, because we want the grid there so the photo snaps. You go back to your uploads, and when you want to put a new photo in, you would just upload the new photo of one that you sold. You drag it over, snap, it goes right in, and then you're done. And all you do is download it, save it with the address, and then you go back to Mailchimp here, and you just replace the image right here and change the information. And you can see how I save it. I have my address, and I like save it for what I sold it for, just to kind of help remind me as you're going back and forth to doing these things. It's a good idea to kind of save with a little information when you edit these photos, so that way you don't have to kind of keep coming back and forth. And then you just edit this intel down here, easy peasy. Now remember, there's a right and left column, so this is column 1, which is right here. If I want to switch over and edit this column, I got to go to column 2 and then just replace image once again and update the information. Super simple, right? And then we scroll on down. I have this graphic here for when I was just showcasing how many more views I got than the competition, because I felt that was important to know. But if you don't have anything like this, this is where you use this kind of information here. You can save this and upload that image in there as a space filler so that you can use that. If you do want to, next time you have a listing or something like that, sort of showcase your viewership and how much better your listing is doing versus others, then make sure you do a screen grab of this information screen, and then all you do is build. This is really simple to build in Canva. So you just go into Canva, and you would just get a blank template and load in the image and do a little bar on the side. Let me see if I can find it real quick so I can show you guys how easy it was. That graphic took me like 2 seconds to do, because it's just a bar and some text. No, I don't have it readily there. Move to trash here. Let's see, all my designs. Yeah, because it was a little bit ago that I did that one, I think. So if I go design, you see all these things. These are all things that I just designed on a whim. I was using other template. Oh, here we go. So it was really simple. This was an image. I dropped it in, and then I put a bar there. I have this image of myself saved with the background taken out, and then I just typed in text big enough so it filled the area, and they have a little arrow that you can drag and drop into it. There's a little icon that you can use to do that, and that was it. I mean, this and the logo. So this took me approximately, I don't know, 15 minutes to make or less. So it's a nice thing to have, because then I can showcase it anytime I want to do my newsletter. So, and I just keep it on file too, or make it part of my brag book. I know a couple of you, I know Jenny Peters carries around testimonials and stuff from her clients in a little folder and stuff like that. These are kind of nice things to add to that. Alright, so you can upload any kind of image there. If you don't have anything like that, like I said, go ahead and use the data here or the infographic that we found in the market resources. Oops. I went back too far. This infographic, if you guys remember, that I showed you before. So you could upload this little pinky one here to that same spot as well to get some place filler. Okay, so then all this stuff is, all these graphics you get with James's template, you can just go ahead and edit them. What the average time on market is. That's very easy. We take a look at the big stats for our Stellar MLS. It says 52 days. You just go back and click here, and you're going to see here's a little image. Don't mess with that, because that's already in there, and that's fine. But if you ever you got to edit the month and the days on market, because it'll change, you just edit it right here and edit the month right here, and then it uploads and looks like that. So it looks really neat. If you have any videos that you've done out and about, or you did a training recently, or you wanted to talk about a pop by or a holiday coming up, or hey, thanks for supporting me and checking out my stuff, record a self video, load it to YouTube, and just throw it right in here, just like we did with the other YouTube video. This stuff does not have to be complicated. If you sold a house and did it quickly, you can. This video is about a property that I had to go into contract 5 times with because COVID was just coming through and buyers were losing their jobs. So I kind of talk about the real side of real estate and how, hey, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. You could have some stuff come by. It was a phone recording that I just loaded to YouTube and shared the link. Okay, so you can load content like that. And then I just redid my website. So I snapshotted an image using the snipping tool here of it, and then I put a button here that says click here to check my new site. So when they click it, it takes them right to my site. So in James's template, you're going to see a Find Us on Facebook button here down at the bottom. What you want to make sure you do is you want to make sure you put your link in there because it defaults to his because it's his template. So make sure you click it, you'll see the image, and then you want to make sure you go to the settings. And under here where it says link, you click it and you update and make it your Facebook business page. Because when you do this, when it comes over with James's because it's his template. So just make sure you update that, otherwise you're giving him some free marketing. I mean, I'm sure he won't mind, but for your guys' sake, you want to make sure you update that information, okay? And then down at the very bottom, there are a bunch of little social media icons that are really cool. Some of them, he had some of them, and they were kind of stacked weird in the corner. You can refix the style or how they lay out, and I changed it around so that it went across, and you can pick how, because you can see this is how they laid out. I think he had it like this. I didn't like that. I wanted mine going all the way across the bottom. So you just change, and you can actually change the sizes. You see how they got bigger? Actually, I like that better. And then you can determine whether or not you want them colored, black and white, or the white background. I just determined to, I just decided to keep it color. And then all you do in the content is you just copy and paste your URLs for each and every one. So if you don't have a YouTube or Instagram or anything like that yet, that's okay. You don't have to put the icons there. You can just put the ones that you do have and make sure you load those up. So if anybody wants to snoop on you a little bit on your other social media, they can jump here and follow you and do that stuff. Okay, so for now, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the information. Spend some time playing around and trying to work in Mailchimp. It is built to be very easy, very user friendly. There's a lot of different things that you can do and move things around and very custom fit it to yourself. My recommendation is, in the beginning, keep things very basic, keep things very easy so that you get it done. Because the number one thing is getting it done. It will get fancier and fancier with time. The more you have to do it, you'll be able to get more affluent with the program itself, and you'll be able to sort of fancy it up as you go and have more content. But this is why I push so much for many people to, when you're out and about and you're doing stuff or you're going to new construction, take out the phone and record a video, do a little educational thing. So that way you have something to throw in these slots and you provide beneficial information for clients to review. Your clients will find value in your content. You just have to take advantage of those instances because, it goes a long way. So if you guys have any questions, concerns, or anything like that, feel free to reach out. And last bit, before you send it out to your clients in your sphere, make sure you preview and test it. Send it to yourself, see what it looks like, make sure all the links have been changed and everything looks okay before you send it out to them, okay? So thanks again for tuning in, spending some time. I hope this helped, and we will see you on the next one. Take care, everybody.